Yo, what's up, guys? It's Shitty here, and today we're here with our week 7 game, I believe. Might be week 8, actually. It is indeed our week 8 game against Coach Blinn and his Cradilys. I do not remember the city or state or whatever, its location, but we are against the Cradilys. And we are coming off a loss last week against Aaron, and we're hoping to hopefully come back this week, bring ourselves to a .500 win-loss ratio, and then from there hopefully win a couple so that we can get above that, because we've been stuck at .500 or one game below the entire season. So hopefully we can get past this. We're just going to go into our teams. The team will be on screen. I'm also not going to have a layout this week because I am very crunched for time, and I don't have time to spend an hour and a half on layouts like I typically do. So we have Lugia, Ash Greninja, Megazord, Axflor, just my loading Snorlax, Hitmontop, Registeel, Rel, Tom, Z, Rhydon, Gorgeist, Z Gorgeist, and Z Azelf. Whereas he has the Groudon, the Cosmodon Wings, Z Zero Aura, Hydreigon, Mega Pinsir, Swallow, Buzzwole, Sekataka, Feraligatr, Archaeops, Z Archaeops, Victory Bell, and the Comfey. So this is the team that we decided to bring on screen here. As you can see, we have a Mega Charizard with Flareblitz, Outrage, Dragon Dance, and Roost. We have a Splash Plate, Ash Greninja with Surf, Water Shuriken, Dark Pulse, Ice Beam. We have a Scald, HP Grass, Toxic, Recover. Milotic, which was supposed to be physically defensive, but I accidentally messed it up, and so it's specially defensive this week. And you'll kind of see where that kind of matters in the game. Kind of, not really though. We have a Florges here, which is pretty specially defensive, but it does have some physical defense investment within it. We have a Fizdef, Cassibberry, Lugia with Aero Blast, Shadow Ball, Toxic Roost. And we have a pretty offensive Rotom with Papa Berry with Hex, Volt Switch, Pain Split, and Will-O-Wisp. That is the team that we are packing. More specifically, we have of course our Florges is there, kind of take on some of the special ones. I changed that Florges spread to have some physical defense investment so that I could take an Adamant Precipice Blade from Groudon after Rocks. And that's really about it. I mean, from there, we just kind of have the 6 that he decided to bring, which would be the Zeraora, the Feraligatr, Comfey, Groudon, Mega Pinsir, and Necrozma with Dawn Wings. Now, from this team, I kind of expected the Groudon was like a 50-50 thing. I could see him not bringing it. Despite it being a Groudon, I could see him not bringing it, but he did bring it, so I definitely thought he'd be a Rock Polish set. The Necrozma with Dawn Wings, I thought would be like an SD Sword Stance, or the same thing, SD Stone Edge, Photon Geyser, and then 4th move, Necrozma. Zeraora, I just thought would be like a Z-Mon, just meant to blow a hole into our team. Mega Pinsir, just offensive. No Swallow, nice of course to see. Buzzwole, no Stack Attack. A Stack Attack, it scared me. I thought a Trick Room team was definitely a possibility when prepping. For Alligator, I thought it was interesting. That's something that I didn't really prep too much for because I had the Milotic just sitting there. But which is the main reason why I brought HP Grass, just so that it couldn't sub and DDL me freely. So I didn't think for Alligator it was going to be that big of a deal. And the Comfey, which I was scared that he was going to be a Draining Kiss, Calm Mind, Synthesis, Aromatherapy set. I felt like that just completely 6-0'd my team. I had no way to stop it once he got set up. The only thing I could really do to break would be the Mega Charizard. So I was really scared about that. And you'll see what his Comfey set is and how it plays into the match as we go into it here. So that's what he said to bring, and what I think he's gonna, what set specifically I think he's bringing, R6, and we're just gonna get right into the battle. So here I'm gonna lead off with the Mega Charizard because I want to say I just predicted the lead off with Comfey in order to get like a taunt off. I think I really couldn't tell you, but yeah, that's just what I decided to do. I am gonna lead off with the Mega Charizard, and he's gonna lead off with the Zeraora. You know what? I think I might have actually predicted the Mega Pinsir to lead. I really don't know. But this is, of course, not what I wanted to see. Here, actually, I'm going to stay in turn 1, though, predicting the Z Outrage, or Z Tool Chop, or whatever. Outrage would make the most sense, but I definitely predicted the Z move into my Mega Evolution. So I decided to stay in here and just roost off the damage and wait for him to, like, waste his Z move. But he actually just Volt Switches out, which I thought was another possibility. I didn't think he ever just Plasma Fisted there, so I'm really lucky that he didn't. Otherwise I would have lost my Charizard, and he can go out into his Relegator. I'm just going to go out on my Lodic, and he's going to reveal the Roar, which is interesting. And I'm going to send him to Rotom, which is amazing for me. Here, I know there's no way he stays in, so I'm just going to click the Willow. It's pretty much free, no matter what he goes into. Of course, he's going to go out into Zeraora, which makes sense, and we are going to be able to get that Will-O-Wisp for free. And here, I knew he was probably going to click Knockoff. Knockoff or Volt Switch, I thought were the two most likely moves for him to click here. And so I'm just going to stay in here, not wanting to risk the Volt Switch into my Charizard again, because I won't be able to risk it. And I knew I'd be taking the Knockoff and getting the Eye Pop and Berry gone, but that was just something I was okay with at the time. I'm going to get the Hex off, and I'm going to be able to tell from that damage that this is actually an AV Zeraora. Here he's going to Volt Switch, and I was so tempted to Volt Switch myself, or even Quick Willow. Like, one of the two, knowing that he was going to swap. Unfortunately, though, I believe I just clicked the Hex here. As he actually goes out and does his Mega Pinsir here. No, I Pain Split. I Pain Split because I thought that he would swap. I know it's just a good middle ground play depending on what he decided to go into. Predicting like the Hex or the Willow or whatever. So here I'm going to go into my Lugia. It can, of course, sponge any hit from this thing, as he's actually going to set up his rocks, which I thought was pretty cool. I forgot that Mega Pinsir, or just Pinsir in general, gets rocks. So that was good brink on his side. That's really going to pressure my team a lot. And I'm going to have trouble probably trying to get that defog off with the Forges. Here I am with a Toxic, as he does go out into his Comfey, which is great for me, because if he gets the set that I think he is, the Calm Mind set, then if he doesn't have a run with therapy, that's amazing for me. And even if it does, that's another turn that he has to like kind of waste, where I can maybe get my Charizard in for free. So hopefully that works out for me. Here I am going to go out into my floor just because I'm thinking this is going to be a good time for me to get that defog off onto this team. I think right here is where I actually predict him to have Taunt, because I saw the Toxic, so I knew he probably wasn't going to be like the Calm Mind set that I think he was. So here I believe I'm going to predict him to click the Taunt, and I'm going to swap. I don't remember if it's here or if it's another cycle of turns where I predict the Taunt. I might actually click Defog here. We'll see in a moment. The replay's moving a little bit slow. Here I do break the Taunt and go right into my Charizard, my Rotom, and he is just gonna go for the Taunt here, 100%. So that's good for me that he didn't really seem to be the Calm Mind set that I think he is. But of course, just based off this isn't going to be a very, very annoying Comfey set to break for my team. So yeah, here I am just going to click Hex, I believe. I thought it was pretty free. It's going to do a lot of damage to this Comfey because he is Toxic, of course, as he is going to go out and do his Groudon, which I thought was a possibility. And I thought about clicking Willow, but in the end, I thought just the Hex was the safer play. And like I said, he is going to go out and do his Groudon here. Take not too much from this Hex. About like 30%, nothing crazy. Here I'm gonna of course have to swap out, and I'm gonna go on my Lodic here, as he I believe clicks the Precipice Blade and misses. I know it clicks Rock Polish here, which is what I thought. At the beginning of the game, I said that he would probably be the Rock Polish set, so that was good to know. I am very scared though that he might be a weakness policy along with it. So here I actually am gonna click the Toxic, as he misses the Precipice Blade, which sucks for him, because this probably would have two-shot. In my mind, it didn't two-shot at all. In no dimension did it ever two-shot. And because I thought it was Fizdef, my Lodic. But as you're going to see here, in a moment, It's not going to work out. And here he actually revealed to have the Lumberry, which I did not notice at first, and then I clicked Toxic when I really should have just clicked HP Grass at that point, knowing that he wasn't weakness policy, so I should have just gone for the Scald or HP Grass to get the damage off. But unfortunately, I did not do that. That was just a bad play on my part. That was, of course, always the play. But here I am going to click the Scald just to break this up, and as you can see there, that's the moment where I realized I'm actually a spit def Milotic instead of physically defensive Milotic, like I meant to be. So, that was a little unfortunate for me, because I would have lived 2 Precipice Blades in full. And so the miss would have mattered more, definitely. But, yeah, that's a little unfortunate for me. And here I'm going to go out into my Greninja, and this is pretty much my only play just to get 4 Water Shuriken hits. I also could have probably gone to Lugia, but I did not want to take that damage because I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get the Roost off ever with the Rock Step and all that. So I'm just going to go into this, and I thought that it'd be a 3-shot, but it actually turned out to be a 4-hit KO because he had a lot of bulk into his Groudon. But luckily for me, I do end up getting the 4-hit that I needed, about a 30% chance, and I am going to get my Battle Bond off. Here, you can go out and do this Comfey. Of course, I cannot stay in because of the Training Kiss priority, so I am going to go out into my Forges here and get Draining Kissed a little bit. And I believe here I make another double. This time I go out into my Charizard, I want to say, and just let it go down to pretty much just get the Flare Blitz off on his team, predicting the taunt. I think it's at this point where I realize there's no situation against this Comfey where I can get the defog off with my Forges like I want. So I'm realizing I'm going to have to double into Forges on a different Mon, probably like the Feraligatr. The Feraligatr seems very bulky, just based on the roar. So I'm going to try to do that instead. Try to like get in on something else. So here I'm going to go out into my Charizard, and he's gonna click the taunt like I said, and here I believe I just I just go for the Flare Blitz here. I really want to predict the Feraligatr and quick Dragon Claw, but I don't think I did. I actually did Mega Evolve. I definitely click Flare Blitz, yeah. I'm like trying to think. I definitely did click Flare Blitz here, and it's not gonna do too much, and we're actually gonna see from this damage that he is pretty decently bulky, like probably like some kind of max HP set. I know he gave me the set that he brought. I did not look before watching or before commentating this. So I'm going to get the burn, which is a little unfortunate for him. I'm going to go for another Flare Blitz and just let myself go down here to the Rocky Helmet damage. As he, I believe, just clicks the Waterfall. Now, I was fine with letting my Charizard go down there because now that there's Feraligatr out, this gives me a free chance to go out into my Forges here and get the defog off. So that's immediately what I'm going to opt to do, as he just goes hard out into his Mega Pinsir here. And I'm just going to click the defog. And of course there's no reason for him to ever just... I mean he could just spam rocks and hope that I just start Moonblasting him. But 1, I think from this range Moonblast might kill. And 2... no, I don't think I killed actually. But if I just spam defog as he spams rocks, actually no, he could have done that. He could have just spammed rocks because I died a Toxic anyways. But no, he's just gonna return. He's not gonna really worry about getting this rock. So maybe had he just spammed rocks, that would have been the better play for him. Not really too sure. He's gonna pick up the KO though on my Forges, and I'm just gonna go out into my Lugia here. And I believe I just click the Earth Power. No, I click Aeroblast. I click Aeroblast 100%. I don't even think I have Earth Power on this set. But yeah, that's going to do like no damage because he is a bulky AV Zero Aura. I believe I just stay in here. Yeah, I was fine with taking the knockoff, the Volt Twitch, Plasma Fist, whatever it may have been. And we're just going to click the Shadow Ball here. That was the move. Shadow Ball on this set, just to get some chip off on this thing. Not going to do a ton of damage. Here, I believe I just click the Roost as he Volt Switches out here into his Necrozma, I think. Maybe the Comfey? Yeah, with the Comfey. I am going to just indeed click Roost here onto this thing. And here, I believe I just go out into, like, my Rotom, I believe, just to get some damage off on this thing. Yeah, that's exactly what I do, because really I'm just trying to set up the end game for my Ash Ninja to win.
and so I need some damage on this Comfey. Something I'm not thinking about though is the fact that Draining Kiss actually has +3 priority, and not +1 like my Water Shuriken. I thought I don't want to say I thought because I knew it wasn't. It's just something I wasn't thinking about. I guess I was just thinking at the time like, oh, just +1 priority, I can outspeed it, and if I put it in a Water Shuriken range, that's amazing. So I think that's just like something I was thinking about. Like I know it has +3 priority because of Triage. It's just in the back of my mind, I was like, oh well, I can get it in Water Shuriken range and we'll be fine. Here I Pain Split, because I want to get that Comfey weakened. I knew that he might sack the Feraligatr, but I didn't play off that, and that was my fault here. Just going to the Rock Slide. And this is where the burn's actually going to matter a little bit. That Rock Slide's not going to do too much damage. We're going to be able to click the Surf here and pick up the KO onto the Feraligatr right here. And down it goes. Now he's going to go out and do his Necrozma Dawn Wings here, and I'm just going to click the Dark Pulse here. I knew that he might be Scarfed. He was either Scarfed or Colbert Berry, just based on the fact that he sent it in. Here he's going to click the Stone Edge, and I'm actually going to end up living it. And had his Feraligatr not been burned, that Rock Slide into Stone Edge probably killed. So, that's a little unfortunate. I really wanted to click Surf, but Surf was a roll to kill, and I did not want to risk that. I actually learned after the game that I would have needed a high roll to kill. So I'm glad that I didn't go for it. I don't think I would have gotten it. But yeah, I just decided to click the move. I didn't really have a better switch in. I thought Lugia plus Brotom had a chance at winning the game by themselves if I just got the Necrozma killed, or at least got the Colbert Berry gone, so that I could put it into Lugia's Shadow Ball range. So that's just kind of what I decided to do there. And then you saw the plays go out. He went to Comfey, I go into my Lugia, and I'm going to Aero Blast and just wait for this thing to go down. As he clicks Taunt, just so I guess I can't Roost. I know we talked about why he taunted after the game. So yeah. Here I'm just gonna Aero Blast, and I'm gonna look Aero Blast again. I don't think I click Shadow Ball here. I think I just click the Aero Blast. Yep, I do, and I of course connect with this Sarah Aura, and he's just gonna dive to the burn from the Will-O-Wisp earlier in the game. And now he's gonna go out and do his Necrozma, and I can just Shadow Ball here and pick up the KO. But I do not want to take that damage because that might put me in pincer range, so I'm going to just sack off my Rotom here. I think another reason why I did not stay in there, or why I stayed in with Ash Greninja, because I thought he might have been Scarfed. That was the second possibility, and so I did not want him to, or I wanted to see what he locked himself into. And on top of that, I think I didn't want him to get a free SD up, so that's kind of why I did that. He's going to hit the Stone Edge there, which is definitely unfortunate because that would have probably forced out my Greninja at that point. And then I was in Quick Attack range, and I don't think he ever died to Water Shuriken. So, I mean, he was actually in Surf range. Yeah, but I died to Quick Attack, so I had to click Water Shuriken, and I don't think he was in range. And then maybe he could have gone out into his Comfey on the Water Shuriken. I don't know. I don't think so, actually. I think that had he landed, he would have had to. I would have gone out to my Greninja and Dark Pulsed. No. We were just actually discussing this. I would have actually clicked Surf on the Comfey coming in. Because I couldn't let it come in on a Dark Pulse for free. I would have surfed. And had I probably would have killed at that range. That the Comfey was at after Toxic. Twice. Because he didn't have Synthesis on the set. And from there, I probably won the game because I think Necrozma and Pinsir could not beat my my Lugia together. But had he stayed in on the Surf and I not gotten the roll, he would have killed my Greninja, and I would have lost the game right there. Had he landed the Stone Edge, which I'm gonna assume he did. So, I mean, it was definitely a close game. GG to Blinn. Of course, that Stone Edge miss kind of mattered, as well as the burn a little bit mattered, and I think that's it. Yeah, just the Stone Edge and the burn mattered. There might be something else I am missing. Yeah, we're gonna pick up the win against Blinn. We move on to 4-4. So yeah, that was about the game. Next week will be week 9, and we will be up against the we will be up against who we're playing. We're playing Root and the New Jersey Brobats next week. Sorry for the less smooth commentary than you. How would I say this? It's not as, again, whatever. I'm sorry if this commentary was not as smooth as usual. I'm trying to rush to get this now. I am very, very busy. Hence why there's no layout. Hopefully next week there will be the layout, of course, against Root. Do my best. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, though. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button and, of course, subscribe for more APA content. This has been Shady, and I'm out. Peace. Make sure you go check out Blinn and all the other APA coaches down in the description below.